Hey everyone, welcome back to String Cheese and Applesauce, where today we're going to review the LEGO Ninjago Master Wu Dragon. This is set number 70734. Comes with 5 minifigures, a screamer, and a dog. So it's a pretty interesting little build. The dragon itself is a real similar build to the titanium dragon. So we did that a couple weeks ago. So I saw a lot of similarities, especially the wings. But we have some little accessory buildings also. So if you want to see the build, there's a link down below. You can check it out on the Hidden Brick channel. But let's start off by looking at the 5 minifigures now. Our first minifigure is Sensei Wu, or Master Wu, whatever they call him. I think it's Master Wu. He is found in 3 other sets in this combination. It's basically in the Dimensions pack, and then there's one other LEGO Ninjago set that he comes in. So not a rare figure, but pretty cool figure to have. He has the white outfit with the gray printing on the torso and the legs. He's got light blay gloves on his hands, and then you can see the throwing stars kind of tucked in his belt on the back. Single printed face. So pretty basic figure, but a lot of Ninjago sets typically don't have Master Wu in it, so it's good to get a version of him. So let's look at the next figure now. Alright, this is Cole, and similar to Master Wu, this is not a unique figure. He's found in 3 other sets. So typical black outfit for Cole. He's got the little backpack piece that you can slide the swords in. He's wearing all black with the black armor on his shoulders. And he has a single printed face, I believe. Yep, single printed face. His standard kind of angry face. So that's cool. I really like this version of him with the all black outfit and the dark gray printing. And he's got that orange chest shield right in the middle. It's a cool version of Cole. So that's it for the heroes in this set. Let's look at well, there's kind of one other hero. It's this dog. Let me put him right up here. So it's kind of weird. You get this little dog, and he has a crossbow strapped to him. So it's kind of like strapped over his back, and then this little side harness. So they show him guarding the little temple piece that we'll look at here in a minute. So let's go ahead and look at the, I guess, villains right now. Alright, so the first one is Hackler, and Hackler has a lot of stuff going on with him. He has this shield element that he's holding, then he has the big sword, flame / blade thing in his hand, and then on the back he has the little backpack thing that's holding the 2 swords. Pretty cool little figure. You know, I like the trans fluorescent yellow legs, and then the headgear is pretty cool because it has that trans fluorescent yellow piece on the back that you can kind of see through. There's not much to see through because his head is also that trans yellow color. So when you see through the back of the hat piece, and I'll hold it up here, you can see it's kind of transparent, you can see through it. You're really just seeing more of that trans yellow. So that's Hackler. He's pretty cool. I really like the way these villains look. They're really nicely designed. So let's go ahead and look at the next one now. Alright, this one is called the Bowmaster Soul Archer. So he's got the ghosty legs, where he's kind of like floating, and you can see it's got the trans / solid color mold on there, so it's really cool. You can notice that his headpiece does not have that translucent yellow piece on the back. It's just a standard headpiece. And then he's got the armor with the little tattered clothes kind of coming down in front of that. He does have a pretty cool printed torso, which let me see if I can show you real quick. But it's unfortunate that they cover it up with all this armor and headgear. So you can see that it's got the strap going across. He's got the little arrowheads on there, and then the tattered clothes underneath it. But then as soon as you put the little armor on, you completely cannot see it anymore. So it's always weird to me that they do that. Saw a lot of that in Chima sets too. Has a pretty cool printed face too. You can see he's got the little metal headband type piece. He's got an angry face with a big bushy beard, mustache, goatee type thing. Same thing though, as soon as you put the helmet on, you really can't see that at all. So it's, in my opinion, a little bit of a waste doing that much detail and then covering it up with some armor pieces. But, you know, it gives you a little bit of, I guess, opportunity to remove those things and kind of create a different look to the same minifigure. So that's Bowmaster. Let's look at the last villain figure now. Alright, so this guy is called Pitch. He's just a ghost warrior holding a pitchfork. So it's kind of a play on his name, as they gave him a pitchfork and his name is Pitch. He also has a basket and then kind of like a field worker hat on. Something you would see in like a rice field worker or something. So potentially he was a farmer of some sort and became the ghost villain. He's also holding a little knife in case the pitchfork can't defeat the good guys. He'll try to cut them with the knife. So that's the last villain figure. There's also this Screamer, which they don't really consider these minifigures, but I like to show them with the minifigures because, you know, they're kind of some sort of figure. This one is holding a bone and some sort of spray device that he's going to spray in someone's face or something. So, pretty cool little Screamer. It's not unique. There's this print is seen in a lot of the Ninjago sets that we've already seen. So I like the Screamers because they fit on top of minifigures' heads, and you know, they're pretty cool little things to play with. So that's all for the figures. Let's go ahead and look at the set now. Okay, so before we look at the dragon, let's look at these two little accessory pieces. So we have a push cart that's basically for the bad guys, and it's kind of a neat little design. The things that are just different than what you would consider a normal push cart are, it has this disc launcher piece. So you see there's this Technic axle with a little ball on the end, and when you push it through, it shoots that disc out. So that is on the floor now. It's gone. But there's a couple extras. So it's the standard little screaming printed disc pieces that we've been getting in all these Ninjago sets. So you can just put another disc in there. There is this little pot that is has something brewing in it, and that's right there. And then it's got this cool little roof element that's attached with some clips right here. These bars are up here, and then there's some Technic pieces you can see up in there that hold the roof on. So it purposely folds down so you can access the inside here. And it's interesting, there's a little license plate on this push cart for some reason. Not quite sure why, but either way, the play feature with this is the disc launcher, so you can launch the discs at the dragon or the ninjas. So pretty cool little cart. Next we have, move these guys over. We have this little ninja outpost type thing, and it's kind of cool. It has this little piece over here that's really just a decoration, and then you have the standard. Just let me zoom out a bit here. So right here you have these standard issued flick fire missiles back here. And it was kind of interesting, there was a stickered element right here that's a, zoom in just a bit, little targeting device. You can see there's a Screamer right there in the middle of the crosshairs. So It's an electronic targeting for this flick fire missile element thing. But then of course when you flick them, it's just going to fall straight to the ground anyway, so you have to use your imagination. And then we have this cool little star thing right in the middle. I'm kind of on the fence on the build of this, because you can see it kind of bows out, and the way it does it, if you see right here, it can move. It's done with these ball joint pieces. So you can see you've got the ball here, and then you've got the little knuckle piece there that it connects to. And with those connected, you can see now there's this range of movement, but it's meant to curve back like this, but there's nothing stopping you from curving it up like that. So it's kind of goofy having those particular elements instead of like a hinged plate. So a hinged plate is usually what they use for creating a kind of a curved element like this. Now, I say I'm on the fence of it because as a mocker, it's real cool to have these type of elements, but you can get those in pretty much every Mixels set or other mech type sets. So not quite sold on using that technique for this particular build. It is cool because we do get the little black paint roller handle piece to make these little lamps, so that's a nice addition to get a couple of those. Of course, those are in the detective's office. They're also used for a light feature element. So that's it for this little accessory. Now the Woo Dragon. So like I said, the dragon itself is real similar to the titanium dragon. The stuff that's really different is obviously the body is designed a little bit differently, and then the head has a little bit different design as well. But it's basically a brick built dragon head. You can see it's got a working lower jaw, and it articulates more or less with a same type of ball joint piece. You can kind of see it right in there that was used on that little accessory building. So the bricks that are attached to it don't really allow it to articulate too much. You can see the range of motion side to side is pretty small. And then there's some click hinge pieces right here that allow it to go up and down, kind of a limited range as well. The tail itself is made up of all of these ball joint pieces. You can see them all connected right here. So it creates a really, really wide range of movement. Now the tail itself is real skinny, so there's really not much going on with it as far as play features or posing or anything. It's just kind of a little toothpick size of a tail. The front legs and back legs have just basically front, like twisting articulation. They don't go out this way. It's just forward or back. And then the feet are on the ball joint piece, so the feet have the wider range of articulation. So you more or less just, front and back for the legs. But I don't know why you would ever have the foot like going backwards or anything. I would rather have seen a little bit more articulation on the legs than have a foot that can spin 360 degrees. And then the wings, they have the ball joint piece there, so they can have a little bit wider range of movement, but still with all of the bricks and everything that are used for the legs and body and stuff, there is still a limited amount of movement. So in the upward position, that's it. Downward position, that's it. And then when you twist it, it does hit the front of the legs. And if you go back, it's hitting the back of the legs. So there's limited amount of movement. So posability, it's not quite as much as the Titanium Dragon. The Titanium Dragon had a lot more posability than this one. Now, if you look at the parts, it is pretty cool the techniques and the parts assortment that you get, because we get these tan Unikitty tails, you get some white crescent rolls, you get this little genie's lamp. There's a lot of round tiles all throughout, and then these kind of light brown or nougat colored pieces here. We get quite a few of those. So like I said, as a mocker or someone who builds their own creations, this set has a lot of kind of cool pieces, not necessarily rare pieces, but pieces that are in different colors than normally. So pretty cool little set. I'm similar to the titanium dragon, I'm not really a fan of dragons per se or mechs, and this is kind of like a mixture of both. So I build it as kind of a fan of Ninjago, but at the same time I don't really know how long I'm gonna keep it together, because it's just not something that really appeals to me. But I know it does appeal to a lot of people. People love the dragons and the mechs, so they're real popular. So it's great for anyone that loves that, because it really is a pretty cool little set, and it looks like a dragon. Doesn't quite play like one. I mean, I wish it had a little bit more playability, but it works, I guess. So that's my thoughts. I'm definitely gonna, me personally, I'm gonna give it a B, just because there's some weird things about how they built this, and then the dragon itself, the design could have been improved a little bit. So yeah, that's it for this one. Tell me your thoughts. Put a comment down below. Which one do you like better? Do you like the titanium dragon? Do you like Master Wu's dragon? Let me know. We have some other Ninjago sets coming up. I have have yet to build it, but I have the Moro dragon. That's going to be the next dragon that we're going to build and review. So that one, I'm curious to see how that one differs from these other two dragons. Just based on pictures and stuff, I think I'm really going to enjoy that one. But we'll have to wait and see. So that's it for this one. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.